So one of my loyal Patreon supporters asked me, what questions should I ask a guy on a date? And the reason why they ask me these questions is because they feel like people lie. They feel like people only put on a fake face around them to try to get something from them, and as soon as they get it, they bounce. So these types of questions are questions you could ask that could give you a glimpse into a person's personality. You would never get the full picture until you spend enough time with them, but this gives you sort of a glimpse, and you have to be open to see things that you don't want even though you like the guy. All right, let's begin this. By the way, people, if you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, click on the description down below. We have a 20% off all of my coaching calls by the end of this week only. All right, click on the description down below. You guys can work with me one-on-one. You guys can get some, if you guys have any questions that need to be answered, you guys can get them answered by clicking on the description down below where it says work with me. And join my meditation group, and get all of my courses that I have, people. Okay, all right. And the reason why I say all of my courses is because they all work. Like, I put a lot of work into it, and I know that if you guys purchase any of my courses, you guys will love it. And if you don't, just ask me for a refund, and I'll send it to you. So look, the first one is asking them what type. So the first question is asking them if they have a dog or a cat, right? If they have a dog, what is their dog's and cat's personality? Ask them to describe it, because those animals, especially dogs, take on the personality of the owner. If you're an anxious person, your dog will be anxious. If you're an aggressive person, your dog will be aggressive. If you're a racist person, your dog's gonna be fucking racist. It's just that simple, right? If you're a sexist person and you hate men, the dog is gonna hate men. If you hate women, your dog is gonna hate women. So that's one thing, right? Because they take on the energy of the owner, and the owner doesn't even know that. You know, a lot of people don't think about that. Another thing that you could ask them is, if they don't have a dog, or if they do have a dog, you ask them, if you had another pet, what would their personality be like? Because what they describe in that ideal pet will pretty much describe how they are, like the type of person that they are, and the type of vibe that they have. If they say they want a dog that's more energetic, that's more spunky, that's how they are. If they want a dog that has less energy, or that is more chilled, that doesn't go out as much, that's who they are, right? So that's a reflection of their personality. The next thing that you could ask them is, who do they admire? Who do they admire the most? Do they admire, and why do they admire them? Because that'll be a glimpse, and that'll tell you about their personality. Do they admire a woman over a man? That type of stuff matters, right? If you have a man that the person who they admire the most is a woman, that says a lot, and vice versa, right? Look into that. Everything's a sign, right? And also ask them, who do they secretly admire? Who do they admire that most people think is taboo, right? And that'll tell you a lot. For example, it could be like a weird one. Could be like, let's just say you say, I admire Hitler for his, as an example, people, fucking Christ, holy shit, as an example, right? I admire him because of his speech, his ability to speak, right? As an example, right? That's, I don't know what the fuck that says, but you know, like that kind of stuff, right? For example, some people admire Trump for his, for his bravado, right? And then that'll tell you about this person's personality. That'll tell you, that's a glimpse, right? That says a lot, right? So that's one thing. And also, who do they hate? Who do they hate the most? Ask them, who do they despise the most in life, in celebrity, in culture? Because that'll tell you about their dark side. If they hate people who are narcissistic, if they hate somebody who has a narcissistic personality, most likely they have a narcissistic personality. Why? Because there's a reason why those emotions are getting engaged. It's like, for example, I play basketball, right? And I hate people who don't pass the ball. I hate them. You wanna know why I hate them? Because when I play with them, they don't pass me the ball. So anytime I see somebody who doesn't pass who's a ball hog, I fucking hate playing with them, right? And so because of that, I'll just say, I don't want to play with you. I'll despise people who play like that, right? And that's because I want to get the ball more. I want to dribble the ball more. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like, usually you wouldn't hate something if it is not personal to you. You usually wouldn't hate something if it's not a reflection of you, right? So you gotta asking somebody what do they hate, or what are the types of things that they envy in life, is it will tell you indirectly about their personality. Now, asking them who do they envy in life and stuff like that, you gotta make sure they're a little tipsy, because most people wouldn't think about that, wouldn't answer that directly, because there are some questions that are too personal. The next thing is, what would you change about yourself? Right? What would you change about yourself? Now, these questions, make sure you don't ask them make sure you don't ask them like out of nowhere, right? Talk about it, right? Just say, hey, I was doing a bit trivia, blah, 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 blah. Like, find a reason to bring it up. But the point is, what would you change about yourself pretty much tells you about the things that they're trying to work on, or levels of self-awareness. And you could tell whether or not the thing that they're talking about is kind of real, because they might tell you something that you're like, that's not a big deal. What? For example, it's like when you're in a job interview and they say, what's your biggest flaw? And they say, I work too hard. Like, you're like, that's bullshit, right? You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of, you kind of sniff out if it's BS or not. Other things that you can ask them is, what are their regrets in life? What do they regret in life? And this is the thing. Studies show that young people regret doing things. Older people regret not doing things, right? Asking them what they regret in life will pretty much tell you where they are in life, how they see their past, how they process things, what are the things that they regret, you know what I'm saying? And whether or not they are motivated enough, right? Regrets say a lot about how a person thinks, how a person processes the world, right? That's one thing. Asking them what they regret. Now, these questions are questions that you're never gonna get a full. So those are the types of questions you can ask. But remember, the most important thing is to not focus on a person's word. All right. These are questions. They're nice. They're interesting, but it really doesn't get at the core issue, and that's people relying on words to get to know people. Pay attention to their actions. Pay attention to the vibe that they make you feel. And also, if you feel a lot of chemistry, a lot of emotions initially, take a step back, right? Tell yourself you're feeling this chemistry. See that as a symptom of you getting blind. Keep your eyes open for contradictions. Pay more attention to the negative signs that they don't like you more than the positive. Pay more attention to red flags over good things. Remember one time I was talking to a girl, everything was well, and then she started drinking, and then she fucking threw her, and then she was like acting like she was gonna throw the phone at me, and I was like, don't fucking do it, and then she threw the phone in my face, and she was just, I'm just playing. I'm like, bitch, get the hell out of here. She's like, I'm sorry, I was just playing around. I'm like, get out of here, get out. Like, I'm not even gonna deal with you. Get out of here. Like, the hell is your problem, right? And she was like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't even want to see any further. I didn't even want to see any further. I don't want to look. I don't want to explore this phenomenon, because I don't even know you, and you're already throwing shit at me, right? Pay attention to those things. A lot of people will just see her and just say, nice, boom, boom, I'll forgive her. No. Pay attention to the negatives over the positives. They say a lot more about a person than the positive things. Because negative things we always try to suppress. And when they leak out, that means that's just a tip of the iceberg. And a lot of us are too naive. We think too positively about people because of our fear of being alone. And so we miss out on all of these red flags. It's nice to ask questions, but it's better to use your eyes to see what a person is doing, because actions are harder to hide than words, all right? All right, people. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys ever want to get one-on-one coaching, to work with me one-on-one, click on the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one. You guys can either get you guys can have a private conversation with me. Nobody listens, blah, 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 blah. You guys can get those types of coaching, or you guys can ask me a question where I make a video about it. Now, when I answer some of your questions, people, just know I do that just to entertain myself, right? So I hope some people don't get offended by it, and I really apologize if it does. I think maybe the way I read the questions, I'm playing around, but some people might misconstrue the way I read questions as condescending for some reason. When in reality, I'm just playing around. So because of that, I'm not going to do that no more. I don't want to offend you guys, especially the people who ask these questions. I know I'm having fun, and I know some people might like it, but I'm going to stop doing that, because it just, like, it seems like some people misinterpret it, and it's kind of like, that's not something I want people to think. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tone it down a little bit because of that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man.
All right, ladies. So finally, I have released my second course for women, which is natural chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're gonna get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine, natural chemistry. No more short-term partners. No more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week, but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this third week, setting boundaries. We go over the third week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, fourth week. Fifth week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses, my Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are: 1, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything, the laws of human nature. I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free, and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out, because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're going to love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now, all right? I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.